What up, people? I am here live. What up? How are you guys doing? Thank you for waiting on my slow behind to get in here. Thank you guys for being with me today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to let everybody kind of come in and sign in and everything. Yeah, my name's Chaz Vandemotter, Elite Marketing Studios. No, I haven't gotten a haircut yet. And yes, we are going to talk about some selling, how you can be more effective, how you can brainwash people and get into their mind. Okay. One thing I'm going to request out of everybody, I'm going to share a file with you right now. You are going to want to download this, maybe make some notes on it, print it out, write on it, whatever. This will help you guys kind of stick with me as we kind of go through this. My goal is not to take up your whole day, but we are going to talk about a lot of good stuff. Probably going to be in here for about 30 minutes. So just so you guys have a heads up, and you want to stick around to the end. I got really some cool stuff I'm giving out. So stick with me, but without further ado, I am going to jump into my slide presentation. Cool. Can everybody see me? Yep, looks good. Sweet. Psychological selling. That's what we're talking about today. Sales is got this big bad reputation of being something where I got to be on the phone and I got to be a used car salesman with a greasy haircut and sell people something they don't want, right? Not true. Okay, we're going to learn a little bit about the psychology behind selling and how it kind of applies to selling digitally. I know you now with technology, we want to make 10 of yourself and go sell on a bunch of different platforms without you being the person to do it. But kind of using these tactics is going to help you to be able to apply this type of stuff to your automation, to your external marketing, as well as you actually having a conversation with somebody. Right? So who the hell am I? I was a gymnast at Arizona State, Elite Marketing Studios, 2017. Grew my business off of strategically selling my products, and it's continuing to grow, and we're just ecstatic. But I mean, it really comes down to things like what we're about to talk about that were keys and instrumental in me growing my business and how you guys could do the same. So I love this. This is our treasure map, okay? We need to turn cold leads into clients, maximize perceived value, overcome buyer interaction, and identify the right clients. These things are all very important. This is the map of where we're going to be kind of walking through today. So you guys kind of have a little table of contents. These are the 8 kind of topics that we're going to talk about. And you're looking at it probably like, oh shit, we got to talk about 8 things. I'm quick with it. We're not going to harp on anything. So bear with me. But yeah, looking forward to getting into it. And if you guys didn't download that sheet, this is where you can kind of take notes and make notes of stuff. It kind of is a roadmap for where we're going. So who is your ideal customer? You're probably like, Chaz, anybody that makes me money. Wrong. Those people can be a pain in the ass. Those people can make you money one time and never come back, and you only make 1 month worth of money off of them, right? You want somebody that is going to stick with you, somebody that's going to pay you a lot, somebody that is going to make your business look really good because it's exactly what they need, right? How do I identify those people? Now you're probably like, why are you putting up a bunch of pictures of department stores, Chaz? I mean, this makes no sense. Yes, it does. Guess what? All 4 of these pictures have one thing in common. Guess what it is? They all went bankrupt. You want to know why? Because they sell to everybody. They sell everything to everybody, right? Macy's has like 20 different departments. Their ideal customer is literally everyone, okay? That happens, you go into bankruptcy, okay? I promise you guys, you can't sell everything to everyone. But going into our first thing here, focus. That kind of piggybacks off of this, right? You need to focus on a certain cohort of customers. If you sell everything to everyone, I'm sorry, this is not going to work, okay? Who said that the more you have to sell, the more you sell? The more you have to sell, the more you sell. It's not true, right? And just because you have more goods and products, that doesn't mean that you're going to sell more things. Department stores go bankrupt. You need to reduce the scope, okay? Be stronger. And speak to the pain of your ideal customer, guys. I mean, if everyone stands for an attribute, then nobody does, okay? And you guys see that. If you are selling everything to everyone, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But build rapport, make it easy with your customers. Fords. I don't know if you guys know about Fords, right? Family, occupation, recreation, dreams, sports. Those are things that you can use to kind of build a rapport with your ideal customer and understand if they are your ideal customer, right? But it's not about how much you have to sell. That's not going to make you more money. I promise you that. So we got to reduce the focus and really kind of zero in on your client. Okay. Now, once you've zeroed in on your client, I love this example. Okay. I want you to imagine your experience going to a water park, right? From the time that you see the billboard on the side of the road to the time that you leave, right? That is your blueprint. Okay. So when you're selling someone psychologically, you have this blueprint of the experience that they're going to have, right? They see the sign, they see the parking lot, right? Maybe it's easy to park or it's hard to park, right? They got to go and put their stuff in a locker, right? All of these things play into your customer experience. But what is your customer experience from start to finish? Okay. You need to understand what that is in order to sell them. And you need to understand that you have your own buying timeline, right? From the time they see your landing page and sign up for the webinar until they buy something, right? You have to understand what that blueprint looks like, and you got to be able to speak to that blueprint. Make it easy for your customer. Optimize your blueprint, okay? But trust the process and replicate it, okay? This is all about getting in reps when it comes to sales and psychology of the sale, okay? But you got to think about what is the customer experience here, okay? All right, perception. Another big one. Sales is a perception. It's not a product, okay? You guys can read. Got to start with the 3 rules. Look at them and smile, okay? And I know digitally you can't look at someone and smile, but maybe you can show them your face somehow. Maybe you can still have some touch of personalization there, right? Be a chameleon, okay? I like you means I am like you. All right, whether you're selling digitally or whether you're selling on the phone, whether you're selling in person, you got to make somebody think I like you, because that means that they see themselves in you. I am like you. There has to be common ground, okay? So really play to your customer, okay? You want to really be the chameleon. When I say be a chameleon, that means you blend in, okay? So your customer is somebody that is in the real estate game. You got to blend into the real estate game, right? If you're a marketing company selling digitally, you need to show that you have experience with real estate agents in the real estate market, right? I mean, it's all about kind of showing them that you have common ground with them, okay? And then you capture the imagination, you capture their heart, okay? So it's all about capturing that imagination, getting them to kind of understand what their life would be like if they were to use your product, right? What is that end goal, right? And once you can paint that picture with them, whether you're selling a webinar and you have, okay, if you get on this webinar, then you're going to make $1 million, right? Somebody can understand, okay, I can see myself making $1 million. You got to capture their imagination. That's the only way to really get them to invest in something psychologically. And another thing with perception, I mean, this is crazy, but there's a study that they did at UCLA and at Harvard, and it was all about, the impression that somebody gets. So they took a bunch of kids that in college that had certain professors, and they asked them on 10 questions: are they dull or interesting? Are they careful to adventurous, right? They asked them 10 questions like that after they'd taken that class for a semester. They then took 5-second video clips of those professors lecturing and showed just the 5-second video clip to the other students, right? And they were like, okay, I want you to answer this same questionnaire that we had all the people that took them for a semester answer, right? You guys still with me? So they fill out this questionnaire. The results are almost identical. 5 seconds of seeing them versus a whole semester of having their class, right? It's all about perceived value. People make up their mind right away, okay? So this is all about perception. So just to kind of go back for a second, you know, your perception in sales you have to blend into them. You have to capture their imagination, right? Now you guys following me here. Yeah, I mean, here's another one. Approachable authority, AKA the swag you've got, okay? You got to make your customer buy into you, okay? Again, you can do this digitally. If you have videos, you have things that promote your brand, you have previous successes and case studies, they need to buy into you. It makes you approachable. But they're gonna see your face. You're selling this, okay? So it has to be personal. But you know, to my point here, do you have experience, testimonials, nice car, catering, props? I mean, all of these little aspects to what you guys are doing, whatever the sales are that you're doing, whether you're, like I said, personal, whether you're in person or not. I mean, another thing I say, calculate your outfit. You know, this is something that you got to be approachable. You have to convey professionalism when you're talking to somebody, okay? But it comes down to those minute details that are going to make or break you in sales. But you know, if you're not detail oriented, then it's not going to come off as personal. It's not going to come off as something they're going to buy into right away. So make sure that all the details. If your landing page, it needs to have all the information, right? The colors have to match up. It all has to be seamless and easy. And when you get to that point, then your customer will buy into you. I just love this. You know, the art of persuasion comes out of trust, logic, and emotion, right? You have to be a trustworthy source. You have to, there has to be logic behind what you're selling, and you got to capture their emotions, right? You got to capture their imagination. All right. We're getting into another one here, the halo effect. So this is something I like the name to kind of base the halo effect off of, right? Your spaghetti branded as sticker implies what? Right? It implies that it's higher quality. Your halo effect are the halo of features that are all around you, right? So all around your brand, right? So you have to position yourself in a way that those halo attributes to you are all consistent and strong. But I mean, you pick a word that defines you and your market and build off it. Your name brand is a great place for this, right? But if executed properly, this can be half of your sales pitch. So, I mean, I know I kind of may feel like I'm going backwards a little bit here, but it all comes back around to, you know, what are people associating you or your product or your brand with? And are those things powerful to get someone to want to work with you, right? So keep that in mind. I mean, when I think of Oasis Realty, I think of, oh, this is an escape. It's a getaway, right? You know, when I think of those things, I mean, Oasis Realty has already given me that vibe of, you know, this is escape, this is a getaway, this is an oasis, right? So the name can go a long way, and that perception is obviously going to be something that's drastically important to you actually being able to sell the product from a psychological standpoint. Candor, another one. I love this because it really, it makes you brand yourself as honest in the eyes of your consumer, right? Use objections against your clients, but it must trigger an immediate agreement, right? Buying a home sucks. We all know that, right? When you say you're buying a home sucks, people know, okay, this realtor is being honest. Like, I mean, if he's saying it sucks, like we all know it's not fun, right? Set up a benefit to convince your client. I can make it not suck as bad, right? But negative statements are instantly accepted, where positive statements maybe not so much, right? So when you're saying, you know, buying a home sucks, people are going to believe that more than I make buying a home fun, right? People are going to think, well, no, buying a home sucks, right? So, I mean, here's a couple of examples, like other companies and what they've used this kind of principle of marketing for. But Listerine, the taste you hate twice a day, right? People immediately think, oh, that must kill a lot of germs. And they're not they're not lying about it. It doesn't taste good, but if it doesn't taste good, it must be working, right? Volkswagen, V-dubs will stay uglier for longer, right? You know, that just goes to say, you know, Volkswagen is a durable and dependable car, right? Must be durable, must be dependable. If it's lasting longer, I mean, I know the design isn't the greatest thing. Joy perfume, the most expensive perfume in the world, right? Well, if it's expensive, it must be amazing, right? So, I mean, you kind of see here, you apply the halo effect to these as well. But you're already kind of having a psychological identity in the mind of your consumer before you've even said anything, just off of them seeing your brand, right? And that can happen, like I said, digitally, through a webinar, through an ad, anything. It doesn't have to be face-to-face. It doesn't have to be on the phone with somebody, right? But we always say honesty is the best policy, right? So use some candor, make fun of yourself a little bit. It gives you that extra deeper level. And because of that, consumers tend to trust you more. They tend to take your word for things better, you know? So one more for you guys. I think we have 8 actually. So number 7, reciprocity. Give them something free and they will return the favor, right? So here's another thing. Again, digitally, in person, on the phone, give them something free and they're going to return the favor. Okay. Personalized and unexpected. Okay. It can't be right away, but you know, I did a case study about, giving a mint to consumers at restaurants as opposed to not giving them a mint. Tips increased 14%. Okay. This is something where, you know, if you make it genuine, unexpected, and really kind of hook them up with something, whether it's a free ebook, whether it's a free trial of your service, whether it's $5 gift card when you spend whatever, like whatever it is, if you're giving somebody something unexpected, they're going to return the favor. Oh, wow, you gave me this coupon, you gave me this free trial. Maybe I'll actually go and take advantage of it, right? And I mean, that allows you to be memorable. It allows you to live in their mind in another way outside of just meeting them, right? You're going to start to associate, oh, yeah, they gave me this gift. They gave me this unexpected random thing. If you're going to send something to them or give them something in person, don't make it a pen, though. Make it something cool, you know, memorable stuff. But, you know, people are going to be willing to return the favor. And then finally, you know, the follow-up. I know that I'm young, but I have some musical taste here, you know, the police. But you got to be watching these people. You have to organize your leads and know the last correspondence you had with them. It's got to be dynamic. People in sales, especially digitally, they want to feel edified, okay? If you're sending the same template, and it's obviously a template to every person, I don't feel like I'm edified, right? So do it based off their actions. Know when you followed up with them last. Know what the last thing they did was, okay? If they started a trial, maybe I'll send a different sales sequence to the people that started a trial than the sequence that I send to people that just opened the email, right? They're in a different stage of the sales funnel. You have to treat them differently. And you have to organize them. And then the other thing you guys got to do, you got to make it convenient to them. Okay. No one's going to want to take advantage of an offer. No one's going to want to get on the phone with you unless it's super convenient, unless they understand right away what they're getting. If you're giving them something for free, right? Whatever it is. But I mean, it's got to be 10 seconds or less that it takes them to register, to get on the phone, whatever it is. Make it convenient to people. Do it in person if you can. I always like the 7-minute rule. This is what my uncle used to tell me. But make the time that it's going to take, the time commitment that it's going to take for somebody to do something and take action. Make that something that's really specific. So as opposed to saying, oh, it's only going to take 5 minutes, maybe say it's going to take 3.5 minutes. Oh, we're only going to be on the phone for a 30-minute call, right? No, man, like the calls last 13 minutes, right? Whatever it is, but give them an exact point of reference, frame of reference. It makes it easier for them to want to take advantage of it. You know, a 30-minute phone call it's intimidating. I don't want to get on a 30-minute phone call. So it's all about, I say a 7-minute rule because usually my phone calls are 7 minutes long. Hey, I just want to jump on the phone, just 7 minutes. Hey, we want to grab coffee, just 7 minutes. You know, people know then, okay, this guy's not trying to take up my whole day. He's being respectful of my time. I mean, rarely do my calls or meetings last 7 minutes, but it's a way to just be mindful of the consumer, and I don't know, you're just going to show up better in their mind. But I mean, it's all about, I mean, I like the email etiquette as well. So I'm going through these. Email etiquette though, you know, when you send an email, hey, I hope this message finds you doing well. Hey, I hope all's well on your end. Just leading into an email with something like that, it's another just way of being respectful and professional. That stuff goes a long way from a psychological standpoint, right? This is not just, let me go slang a product to somebody. You want to show them that you care about them and that you're putting time in and investing energy into them. Whether you have automated stuff that's shooting it out, your copy has to convey that to people, right? So your email etiquette, and I mean, whether it's email etiquette, texting etiquette, social chat etiquette now, I mean, you have to edify the consumer. You have to make them feel like they're important and that you're understanding where they're at in the sales process. Okay. And then you gotta wine and dine them, right? Whether you're taking them to a Broadway musical or dinner, or you're just sending them a coupon, like whatever it is, you gotta wine and dine your customer. You gotta give them freebies. You gotta give them value and show them that you are worth something, right? And then, I mean, no failure, only feedback. I say that because even if somebody drops, even if somebody doesn't like something, you have to be able to document and understand, okay, selling it this way may not have worked. Okay, I need to adjust my process, right? But it's all about feedback. Make sure whenever a customer leaves, whether they buy or not, always try to survey them. Ask them a few questions that might give you back a little bit of value. Like, hey, what do you like the most about what we talked about? But get those answers back. That's going to allow you to kind of sell the next person better, do the next job better, you know? But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm not trying to keep you all day. I did say if you were going to stick around that I've got a freebie for you. So I'm going to throw this up here. First 10 people, you're going to get access, 5-day free trial. Grow your Instagram page. You guys can start doing this on Instagram right now. So as new followers come in and traffic comes to your page, right, we're reaching out the same kind of sales process from a psychological standpoint. How can we reach out to them via DM and get that relationship starting to build, right? But keep this stuff in mind, guys. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. And until the next time, I will see y'all later.